Hello everyone and welcome back to part number 9 of the Southag division previews. After a bit of a delay here, as we will get another patch with the 2 remaining divisions soon. Army General is still work in progress, as Eugen is tinkering to improve that. And well, yeah, we don't have a full release date with Southag because of this yet, because not all the content is quite ready. But the next step is done here with the remaining 2 divisions, 17th Guards Tank Corps, which we will look in here, and in the next video we will look at the French with Division du Rhin. So both of these videos will go live today, and we will have a video with all the balance changes, because there are quite many, especially compared to how close to the last patch we were in this one. And yeah, we're gonna talk about all of that in that video, so if you don't want to miss that, subscribe and like down below. And let's get into 17th Guards Tank Corps. The Reservist Guards Tank Division, a really interesting mix of units, and we start in the Logistics tab with Classic Gas, MTLB Snaps, and Me-9 helicopters here as a CV, which are decent. We have the big supply helicopters with the Me-6 as well, BMP-3s, Belligeurs, Stadions, so you really get a good mix here of CVs, 3 different 3 availability CVs, and a helicopter one, a good amount of supply as well. And slots are decent as well. Not great, because you usually would want one more 2-cost slot here, but pretty fine. As is. Infantry tab, it's a tank division, really limited. Even for a tank division, it's extra limited. But you have high availability units like Reservisti, the ones we know from 157th. We have Pulamachiki with BMP-1s. BMP-1s now 30 points, the baseline one. So there is one of the first changes here to the divisions coming along with that. And a BMP-1P Fagot coming up here as well. And then we have Reserve Saperi and Reserve Saperi LPO, 157th, sending its regards here. Normal Saperis in BTRs coming around as well. The Commandantura can come in BTR 70. And they're not the only military police, because you also get the border police, the Popgran Wojska KGB units here, coming around in BTR and BTR 70 with AGS, which we only know so far from 52nd and or 56, we don't see them much there. And yeah, next to the Motostralki and the Pulmachiki here in the BMP-1s, those are the better infantry in this deck, because they come with RPG, 8-man squad, sniper, and medium machine gun, so decent baseline infantry. And with the DSH variant that can come in helicopters as well, you have an 11-man squad, and it has RPOA and an RPG, so a nice double engineering squad here, or like double CQC and anti-tank squad here, with double medium machine gun. This is a really good fighting squad. Military police helping out with the Reservisti as well, so I think you want to have this unit in any deck you can get. Availability a bit low, but the unit itself quite strong. Leader pretty basic here, so nothing special there in the deck. Artillery, you get the 120mm mortars, you get the M30s, old howitzers, World War II vintage, Steel Division 2 players remember, with 122mm here, 5 rounds per minute, low range, so it's an okay howitzer for the price, but it's not amazing. And you get the 82mm mortar as well. You get 2 Malkas, so good big artillery here. Second time that this unit shows up, so far only in KDA, so you get big guns here. Tulipans coming around here as artillery. And then you have 152mm artillery coming around as well, getting you big damage as well. Plus BM-14M rocket launcher as old little rocket launcher here. 140mm rockets, actually not quite little, like mid-size. Low range though on these old World War II vintage launchers here as well. And yeah, these ML20, really old guns as well. So only 3 rounds per minute, medium range, still okay for what they can do. Tank tab is all old school as well, as this is the T10 deck. And you get 4 cards of these, 9 availability, so you can get 36 T10s. You can get a leader version as well, so with 3 availability even. So you can get 42 of these, all at 1 cost slots. Then you have BRDM2, first time Vivifalanga P missile. You have T-64Rs, and those are really basic T-64s as well. No smoke, low range, still 10 rate of fire, but low penetration and mediocre frontal armor as well. You have an extra frontal armor compared to the T10, you have way better rate of fire. You don't have reservist, but you actually have lower pen because it's a 150mm gun instead of the 125mm or 122mm on the T10. You get some 125mm T-64s with the CV variant though, and that's maybe the one that you want to use because all the other tanks also don't have smoke. So getting over open fields with this division can be quite tough, and the T-64 OBR 83 can be pretty helpful there. It's the OBR 83 variant that we already know from 25th, so low range as well, but at least a good gun helping out here. And then the last unit is a special one as well, ISU 152. World War II vintage once more. Big gun. Decent at direct fire HE support. Not so great with its accuracy at killing anything armored. But the more important part is, it's also a howitzer with 3 rounds per minute. Relatively low range, so the accuracy is not great, but it's a 152mm howitzer for 160 points. 3 availability per card, so the artillery roll is way more what you want to use this for, whilst still being able to push it on the front line. So a really interesting and pretty strong unit, I would say as well. Whilst we then, in the Recon tab, have Me-2s, BRDM-2s, BTR-40As, which we also know from 154, can be really helpful as anti-helicopter and in the ground. Very good optics against infantry. The Retretka, the reserve Retretka, with the BTR-40 transport, but only 1 light MG on those. I'm not sure why I can't choose that right now. Mod Retretka here with BMP-1s. No BMP-2s for this division. BRM-1K at least showing up with 1 card. Really helpful, both for the smoke and the exceptional optics for the tank plop. And then the KGB comes around with a GSR unit, so you have some exceptional optics there as well. Sorry for that. And then in the AA, you are in a fine spot as well. You get 2 cards of Osas, and you get Shilkas. Not Priusas, but the Shilkas, like the East Germans. M1 here coming along. Strela 1s coming in as well. And then Strela 3 is the Oman pad. Pretty bad, just like 157 reservist one. So still a fine AA tab with the Osas, Strela and Shilka. You have kind of all you need. It's at U23, good fire support. So that's all you want. Helicopter tab, pretty bad. Me-8s are not fantastic. The rocket ones are... the pure rocket ones are especially bad. Low range, not that much damage. And then the air tab is the first pure Su-17 strike aircraft Soviet division, where you can get Su-17 rocket, Su-17 HE with big bombs, 80 with the 2 big missiles, which we already know, and then HE cluster with 4 big HE bombs and 2 big cluster bombs. So this can smack 2 tanks at once, and thermobaric with 6 thermobaric bombs. So this is really interesting as well. So in general, a division that wants to push hard into the enemy and wants to get the game going and the combined arms engaging immediately. The strike aircraft setup here is fine. The fighters are pretty good as well. When it comes to cost efficiency, though not high end, and this is really what this deck is all about: pushing into the enemy, staying there, and not getting out-traded over time by long-range ATGMs or tanks that just take them away bit by bit. Your T10s are relatively slow, so are your T64s. They're slightly faster, but not really fast. And if you get stuck, you can get stuck real hard with this deck. Your artillery can maybe get you out a bit with the Malkas, but you want to get a plop going, and get that moving and keep on trading, keep the enemy from getting a good line of high-end quality units onto the battlefield and win that way. Against lighter divisions, you just want to put big tonks in their way and just try to roll them over, kill off their couple of good AT units, and then just roll down the rest. But it's going to be really interesting to play. Like, it's a really unique division. I think it's maybe the most interesting of the pack division, even including the Czechoslovaks from Southag, and I'm really excited for this one. So let me know down below what you think of it, and see you all in the next one, where we're going to talk about Division du Rhin.